Greetings, YouTube. The Doctor is in. Dr. Urias Papers here, coming at you with another commentary on Dungeons & Dragons. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. If you like this video, hit the like button. And if you have any questions or comments, please leave a question or comment. All right, it's time for another installment of the Doctor Spell Prognosis. And today we are talking about the spell Rhymes Binding Ice. We're going to give this spell a solid B. It is a second level spell. You know what? We're going to give this one a B+. We're going to give this one a B+. It's not a bad spell. It comes out of Fizban's Treasury of Dragons. It's usable by sorcerers and wizards, so it's not usable by a lot of classes. I feel like this one should be usable by druids, at least one of those really specific Circle of the Land druids like Arctic or whatever. But it's not. And so it's a second level spell. It has one action. It has a range of 30-foot cone from you. So that's not fantastic. It is an evocation spell. So if you are an evoker wizard, you can kind of spell sculpt this in a different way around your compatriots so that it isn't blasting them completely. Somatic and material components. It's a con save, which is not one of the best saves. Most creatures have a pretty good con, so they're gonna be able to have a pretty good chance of saving against this. So this is kind of like a second level version of an Ice Burning Hands. Does more damage, and it has an added effect, which is great. So let's get into it. It's a burst of cold energy which emanates in a 30-foot cone. Each creature in the area must make a Constitution saving throw. If they fail, they take 3d8 cold damage, and they're hindered for 1 minute. Now, this is not concentration, which is great. So and what does it mean when they're hindered? It means their speed is reduced to 0. They're basically frozen in ice. They or another creature can take an action to break the ice away. So at least it's going to waste an action. It does okay damage, so that's about 13 points of damage, and it will stop them from moving. And you can actually freeze a whole bunch of creatures in this cone of ice. And if they're all away from each other, they're going to all have to take their own actions to get out. So there is that. So it does have a little bit of battlefield control to it. And then you can upcast it, and it does another D8 of damage at third level. For the availability of third level spells and comparing this to things like, for damage at least, things like Fireball and Lightning Bolt, this does not do the same amount of damage as those. So Fireball is 8d6 on average, does about 22, 23 points of damage. Lightning Bolt is the same. They're both area of effect. So this is not going to compare to them damage-wise, but it does have the added effect of freezing everything in place and giving it a movement of 0. So there is that. And that is the part that I like about it. I like the control. It's not a movie spell. You're not going to, it's not a damagey spell. You're not going to damage a lot of creatures, but you are going to hold them in place, which is great because they're not going to be rushing the party. They're not going to be able to make formations. Your ranged spell casting and ranged melee characters that have arrows and crossbows and things can pick things off. So there is that. I would suggest using this mainly with an evoker wizard if you are a wizard, because then you can take the best advantage of the 30-foot cone without really harming your party members. All right, that's what I got for everybody today. I appreciate everybody tuning in, and I will catch everybody later.